Welcome to the Retro Asylum Lockup. Today we're going to be taking a look at the game that got me hooked to video games. It is called Galaxy Invader 1000, released in the UK by a company called CGL. Unfortunately, I don't actually own the game anymore, so you're probably thinking, how the hell am I going to cover it? Well, it was re-released recently on the Apple App Store, so it's available on iPad, iPhone and Android devices. Let's take a look and see how it fares up, because it's compatible with the arcade, which means I can actually control the bloody thing. Let's take a butcher's. As you can see, Galaxy Invader is nothing more than a simple Space Invaders clone. But for those of us who played it in the early 1980s, it was amazing. What you've got to bear in mind is that when this was first released, most families still couldn't afford a system like an Atari 2600. The game comes with 4 settings, number 1 being easiest and number 4 being the most difficult. As a kid, I had no problem getting a high score on each setting. At the moment, I'm struggling. So, most of you are probably wondering, why on earth am I still playing these sort of games in this day and age? Well, obviously for me there is a nostalgic attachment. I still think it's a great game. It's very playable, and yes, it does get boring pretty quickly. But for 10 or 15 minutes gameplay here and there, it's great. Would I pay £30 for the proper hardware, which seems to be the going rate these days? Probably not, because I can't afford those kind of prices, but if I could find them at a decent price, yes, I still would buy the hardware. Also, there are a couple of other games that were out at the time that are also on the App Store. They're by the same developer, but at the moment they do not support the arcade, so controlling them is an issue. But for those interested, Astro Wars is available, and as is the original Galaxy Invader, which was a beige and brown machine. You might remember that. So, for those who used to play Galaxy Invader 1000 and the original Galaxy Invader and Astro Wars and any of those old handheld devices, why not give this app a try? At 69p you can't really go wrong. And for all you modern types out there who think that this looks a bit rubbish, see if you can beat the iScore. If this video has given you a warm fuzzy feeling of nostalgia, then why not check out www.retroasylum.com and also check out the Retro Asylum podcast. 635. Andy, get the kettle on.